Thank you. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about title. Who's excited about that? How many people know what title insurance is? Does anybody know what title is? Got a couple people in here that know what title insurance is.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to tell you to start off a little bit about our company. I've been in this chapter quite a long time, so there's a few people that are in here from the very beginning still, which is great. And so they know a lot about me, but for those of you that are new to the chapter, I started in this group. I was just a marketer for my dad's title company. I went out, met realtors, and tried to build up my book of business. Eventually, the old man wanted to retire, and it was time to start my own thing. So, and that's where we are today. So, currently, you know, I can't believe it, but the company's been open 3 years. I went by pretty quick, and it's a lot different being an owner than it is being a marketer. Marketing was so much more fun. So, a lot less stress. So that's why when Paul talks about, and they're one day build up the company, the main goal for independent agents, is to build up your book of business and eventually, let the underwriters take it over and to keep the premium. So, and that's how you end up getting a little retirement package in this field. So, but our company, there's title companies pretty much throughout the entire state of Florida, all over. There's a huge competitive market. The funny thing about title is no matter where you go, you pay the exact same rate. It's not like homeowners insurance or car insurance. Title insurance is exactly the same. It's not, lower, higher deductibles, less coverage or anything. To change that premium. No matter where you go throughout the entire state of Florida, the premium is exactly the same. So it puts everybody on an equal playing field. The only difference with other title companies are the closing fees, or like some people like to call them junk fees. No offense to the attorneys in the room, that's what they always call them when I'm talking to them. I always fight with them and say, excuse me, my fees, your attorney's fees aren't junk fees. So why do I make a living, you call it junk. So, and typically they apologize. But that's something I battle with on a daily basis, except for the attorneys in here. They're awesome. They always have my back. They always help me. So they help me a lot, and I can't complain. So, but that is why it's so important when the consumer understands that no matter where they go, they're paying the same premium. It's not going to change. The only thing that can change is where I can help people is on the closing fee. But the biggest thing from a title company aspect is communication. Everybody in here, how many people bought a home before? Almost half the room. How many people were stressed out when they were doing that? They're pulling their hair out, going crazy. They didn't know what was going on. The lender is doing this. The lender needs that over and over again. They don't know when they're going to close. It's constantly, people get very stressed. So what I try to do, and my staff tries to do, is to alleviate that stress. And how do you alleviate stress? One, by being honest and communicating. So if you're honest and you communicate to these people exactly what's going on, it sets a level where they feel more comfortable with you. It's a trust level. So everyone in my office I've worked with for pretty much my entire career. So I have a great staff. And once people get the opportunity to work with that staff, they come back to me often. They're like, man, so-and-so's great. Everybody, and then people have who they want. Like Scotty always wants Heidi. Hey, I want my girl Heidi to process this file. So they create their relationships. But that is the key that makes us different than other title agents and other title companies. We're going to be the company that answers the phone at 9:30 at night. I got an email and a call last night at 9:45. We had a closing down in Cudjoe Key, and the guy just finished signing. Well, the agents were still calling me saying, hey, have they signed yet? So, and we were there, answered the phone, we went back and forth, and that happened until 10 o'clock last night. Not a lot of title companies around here are going to be available and do that. So those are the things that set us apart from other title companies, is that we're here, we communicate, and we're available 24/7. That's why I try to tell all my clients they can call me anytime they wish. So, which is really, helps alleviate that stress when you're purchasing. So when we issue a title policy, you know, the other insurance agents in here talk about different markets. Well, I have 3 underwriters at my office that I issue the policy through. It's very important having that underwriter and having your back when it comes to title inside business. But a lot of title companies don't take on 3 underwriters. 3 underwriters mean 3 audits a year. They all come in, they go through all your books, they make sure you're compliant. And in this day and age, with all the changes that are going on in our industry, there's no more settlement statements. You know, now it's closing disclosures. Those things are, you know, I'm not going to get into that. It's a little bit more complicated. But a lot of changes in our industry. So when you have changes in your industry, you have to have underwriters supporting you, and then you have to be able to relay those changes to the consumer to help them, you know, feel a little bit more comfortable in the process. So, but I do take on 3 underwriters. It's a lot of work, but it also helps me be better, because they come in, they want you to be a better agent. If you're doing something wrong, they tell you, and they tell you how to fix it. And it makes you a better agent to help the end consumer. So our procedures when we get a title order, you know, our first thing is to send out a welcome letter and an information sheet to everybody involved in the transaction. The hardest thing nowadays is to get that information sheet filled out and get back. But once we have it, which makes our jobs so much easier to communicate to everybody. We know everything that's going on, and we're all on the same page. So that's the first thing, the first step. As soon as the title order comes out, information sheet goes out. So, and then our goal is to communicate the process to the consumer and then get to the closing table. The closing table is where I love to be. I love closing people. I try to go in there, even though I'm loud, I try to bring it down a little bit and make them feel comfortable, and then make sure they understand what they're signing. I don't ever want a customer to leave the room and go and say, I don't understand what I just signed, I just signed. That happened to me when I first started, so I make sure when someone closes, they're gonna walk out of the room and they're gonna be like, man, thank you for that explanation. I understood everything I signed. Because they've been to other closings where they don't know, they just sign. They're gonna leave the room and they're gonna know exactly what they're signing, and I'm gonna answer all their questions. So that is key as well. I talk a lot in here. The way I want to end up my little presentation today is I have a couple questions, you know, to see how much you guys listen to me. So I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to give multiple choice to help. There are. So, and I have a little something to give out. So when we get there, so I'm going to read the first question. If you know the answer, raise your hand, and we'll see how you guys do. Who chooses title? Who chooses a title company in Broward County? Faith.
The buyer.
There we go.
That's right.
So, the buyer. Listen, closer never goes out without a pen. All right? These are good pens. So the buyer chooses title in Broward County, which that one's, you know, they have the opportunity to select the title company because they're paying for the title insurance policy. So here's a good question. I'm hoping Mark Bristol knows the answer, but I'm not calling on you. Where can Masters Title issue title insurance?
Broward County.
Jason.
Throughout the state of Florida.
Beautiful. The entire state of Florida. So, the whole state of Florida. We have a whole state of Florida. So it doesn't matter if it's Key West or if it's Pensacola. We did a closing last night in Cudjoe Key, just like I said. So we can do the whole state of Florida.
40 seconds.
Thank you.
Good one.
Last question. I'm going to do multiple choice, and then I'll pick somebody. Who is a good referral for Masters Title? A home buyer, B, a seller, C, a realtor, D, a loan officer, or E, all the above? Lisa? All the above. So if you're buying, selling,
These questions are rough.
it doesn't. Every one of those people would be a good referral for me to meet. And like I said, when you're thinking of closings, call the Masters.